Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you had a really nice day off yesterday. So yesterday we did have a surprise day off to honor Jimmy Carter. And the day before that, on Wednesday, this was Wednesday, January 8th, we did open SPY with a move down initially. And we took it down to right to the top of this up gap from the previous Friday. And from there, it was a pretty choppy day. We took it back up into the green, then we dropped back into the gap. We filled a little bit more of that before coming back up into the green. We saw rejection at the 35 EMA, and we closed just underneath that level. So we traded mostly in the red on Wednesday between this previous support and the bottom of the gap right here at 585 and the 35 EMA. And same thing over here in SPX. Initial move was down. We did take it to the top of this gap right here before coming back up. And then from there we dropped back into the red, filled a little bit more of that gap, took it up to the 35 EMA. That's where we saw resistance, and we closed just a little bit underneath that. If we take it to the 5-minute time frame, you could see how choppy that day was, starting in the red, back to the green, red, green, and then we did close up. And SPY did close up on Wednesday 0.15%, SPX up 0.16%, and we did close within the implied move. QQQ, very similar move over here. We did open flat and took it down to the 50-day moving average. And 50-day moving average was sitting right on top of this up gap from the previous Friday. This was Friday, January 3rd. So last 2 trading days of the year, we traded down to the 50-day moving average, and then the first 2 trading days of the year we broke underneath that 50-day moving average. Then on this was actually the Friday, and so Thursday we dropped underneath that 50-day moving average. Friday we gapped up. So on Wednesday, that is right about where we spent the day trading, around that 50-day moving average and that up gap. So we started with a touchdown of the 50-day moving average. We did try and stay above that. We did take it up into the green. Then we broke the 50-day moving average, but this up gap was right there. We filled most of it, left a little bit open, and we did swing back up to the 35 EMA, and we closed just a little bit underneath that, pretty flat, up 0.02%. So trading between the 50-day moving average, the 35 EMA, and finding support in this up gap. And IWM, we did open Wednesday with a pretty big gap down. We gapped down underneath that previous Friday's down gap, and we took it down to the bottom of the implied move, which was 220, 219. If you had bull put spreads at 220, 219, those would have filled on the drop, and then we did swing back up. We filled this down gap from Friday from the bottom up, and we took it all the way to the 35 EMA. We did spend the entire trading day in the red on Wednesday, and we did close within the implied move. So IWM on Wednesday down 0.45%, and we did close within the implied move. And I'm not mentioning the volatility indexes because I am not seeing that data right now, because I am recording this in the morning rather than the previous night. So I definitely should start writing those down at the end of the day, but today I do not have that information. So IWM did have the biggest down day. In fact, it was the only one that was red on Wednesday. And then DIA. We did open DIA on Wednesday with a move down. We closed out that gap from the previous Friday, and from there we did swing up, and we took it to just underneath the 35 EMA. Saw resistance there, dropped back down. Here we do see higher lows, and then we did take it back up to the 35 EMA. We did close green on the day, up 0.19%, and we did close within the implied move, both for the day and for the week. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here while I go work on today's trading ranges. Make sure you check back for that right before market opens. I will have that either here as a video or on TradingView, so check both places, but most likely I'll have a video right before market opens. So see you guys in a little bit.